Do you want to be here? Neither do we. That's why we call it the obligatory. We talk about farts, food, mics, kids, $5,000 beds, girls, comedy, and Kermit's butthole. Yeah, maybe the facts aren't right, but here's the obligatory podcast with Kermit and Mike.
What's going on? It's episode 63 of the Obligatory Podcast with Kermit and Mike, of course.
Yep.
What's going on? Happy Thursday. If you're on Patreon, you're listening to this early because you're hearing it on Wednesday.
Congratulations. You're so special.
If you didn't know, we're on Patreon. You can, is the right word donate?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. Donate is usually for like poor people, isn't it?
Well, that's us.
Okay. Well, yeah. So if you want to donate $1 or up more, $1 or more,
minimum $1 a
help
month.
us get some more gear and put out these episodes a lot faster.
Yeah.
And pay for Mike's pizza fund.
It's not like a straight up donation either. It's like you give us $1 and it gives you access to some behind the scenes footage, some extra video stuff, some cool comedic commentary.
We do a lot of behind the scenes stuff like when we go on a tour of a comedy stuff. Tour when I say out on a Wednesday or anything like that. So yeah, that's on our Patreon account. Check out Obligatory Podcast on Patreon.
But of course, you can always listen to us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Podbean, and we still post everything on YouTube. You guys put a nice little video of the visual of the whole podcast. Because
you can look at our pretty faces.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you want to watch two guys sing in chairs for an hour?
Nothing like staring at it.
That should have been the name of the podcast.
Two guys
sitting in chairs for an hour. That would have been every other podcast being like, that's what we should have done. Two guys sitting in a chair.
But then what happens when you bring a third person?
Then
it messes up the flow.
Two guys and a guest sitting in a chair.
Oh,
like, those two guys in a moving truck?
Yes.
Sometimes there's three. They don't change the name on the side of the fucking van. They don't even mention it. They don't even call attention to it. No one notices.
You ever hired those guys before, like to move your shit?
No, I'm a man. I move my own shit.
Nah, man, I always hired people.
I move my own shit and guilt my friends into helping me.
Yeah, I didn't fall for that trap.
Well, it wasn't really a trap. The people who helped me move this last time. First of all, the last place I was in for 10 years. All right.
Yeah.
This time when I moved, I called in favors from the people I had helped move over 10 years. And they know it. They knew it's coming back around. When you help someone move, like under your breath, you're like, you better fucking be.
That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't do it. Yeah.
Well, I don't picture you being very helpful in a move anyway.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. I usually just give directions.
Yeah. It's like I see you carrying like the bag of like more bags or something like that. You're not carrying the heavy end of the armoire or anything. You're not taking the big stuff.
Hell no, man. I hate moving.
Me too.
I hate helping people move.
The last place I was in, the last 4 years I stayed there was simply because I didn't want to move one of the dressers from upstairs to downstairs. That was it. I was like, you can jack up the rent all you want. I'm not leaving.
Dude, man. I remember, the last time I moved, was from my grandma to here. But when I had to go through all my like divorce and shit and how to like get rid of shit, I just went in with a sledgehammer and I just destroyed everything. I was like, I'm not moving this shit, and I don't need it.
Really?
Yeah, like the cabinets, the dressers, everything but the TV got smashed.
Dude, that's when you just put a post on like Facebook or Letgo, like, come get it.
I didn't give a shit.
That's crazy.
I smashed it all.
I think that says less about you caring about your materialistic things and more about you just
I was unleashing the rage.
Relationship.
Yeah. I was like, oh, you like this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, if you want to see if your relationship's going to survive anything, go through a move with a person before you marry them. Because all it takes is...
together?
Because all it takes is moving with someone to realize you're going to put no effort in this relationship like you've put no effort in this fucking move.
No, we worked together on our move, so we're good.
Did you?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's when you guys were moving in to a dream house together, right?
This is not really a dream house, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like, we're getting married. This is the beginning of our life together. Our cruise line wedding was beautiful.
Oh, you're talking about previous?
Isn't that what happened with you? You're talking about this girl.
Oh, I'm talking about now. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Because you guys were coming from separate places and you moved into this place. So did you kind of bring your stuff from your grandmother's house and she brought her stuff here, or did you swing by her house and help her pack?
I helped her.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of did my own shit because I had a storage unit.
Okay. So did she help you move everything out of the storage unit?
Nah.
Did
she? No, she didn't.
Well, there you go. No. I think that pretty much shows what the relationship is. You went over.
I used her car, if that helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you used...
I can't remember. Oh, you know what? No, she did help me. I take that
don't
back.
backpedal now.
No. She did. She
did. She helped you so much you couldn't even remember she helped you.
No, she did.
And to me, it sounds like you did all the work.
No.
And then, yeah. So I think that's just how this relationship's going to go for you.
Stop trying to bring this black cloud shit on me.
What black cloud?
You
brought up moving.
No, I'm just saying, though. You're trying to make it look like I'm saying that she didn't do shit.
She didn't do shit?
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry. I just heard you say she didn't do shit.
No, she did some shit.
She did some shit, but not as much as you.
Not as much as me. No,
okay, so
not.
you did all the work.
Of
is
course.
What you're saying.
Yeah. I'm going to take the... I mean, I'll get yelled at as shit later, but yeah.
Yeah. So...
I think she actually listens to it now.
Cut.
I think she actually listens to the episodes.
No wonder she's more angry every time I see her.
I was like, what the fuck's your problem? She's like, telling everybody blah, blah, blah. I was like,
yeah.
I didn't tell anybody on stage. She's like, and she just walks off. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, what'd I say? We were driving out to Tampa for a gig on Sunday, and you said, yeah, she's been upset with me lately. I don't know why. I'm like, maybe she started listening to the podcast.
I don't say anything bad.
No.
Do I?
Sometimes.
Do I?
A little bit.
You got to give me a high sign. Yeah, like that. Like, oh, hey, you're crossing the line.
No, I think, the fun thing is sometimes you say something, and I know you're just saying it like in jest the show. Like, I don't care. I ain't never getting married. Ha! And I'm like, I understand it's for the humor of the show, but in my head, knowing your girl, I'm like, she's not going to like that. and as comedians, we always go, oh, we're funny. That's what we do. We joke. But we forget that we date people who aren't comedians.
Yeah.
And they're like... Very emotional if you catch me at the wrong time of day. I've worked really hard. I put a lot into this, and usually your joking doesn't get to me, but today it's just too much.
You fucking play around too much.
You play around. I know you think you're funny, but you're not funny all the time. You
It's
don't
not
always
funny.
have to be on.
Yeah.
Oh.
That line. You're not always on. I'm like, okay.
And then when you're not, like, joking or, what's wrong? You've just been really quiet today. Make up your fucking mind. Which one do you want?
Can't balance it, man.
No.
Can't balance it at all.
It's just there. I think it comes with being bipolar.
You calling her bipolar?
I didn't say she was bipolar, but I'm glad that's where your brain went.
Oh, she's definitely bipolar.
I was saying with me, and watch, we're gonna get a bunch
Crazy?
of people like, you guys just can't say bipolar and not be bipolar. I'm like, all I'm saying is I have huge mood swings. I go from like, yay, life is good, to 2 minutes later to going, if I could fake my own death. And then like 1 second later, like, why bother faking it?
Hers is more crazy and then batshit crazy. So
She's got 2 levels.
yeah, two
Yeah.
levels of craziness.
Well, I used to date this girl with diabetes. And
okay.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'll tell you. When I first started dating her, she was like, just so you know, I have diabetes. It's pretty bad. When my blood sugar is low, I get bitchy. When it's high, I get moody. I also get horrible, like when I'm PMSing, I have terrible mood swings. Then I caught her one day when her blood sugar was perfect and she wasn't PMSing, and it turned out she was just a bitch.
And close.
No, seriously. She was just all over the place all the time, and you never knew if it was the blood sugar or what was going on.
Do people usually pass out?
They can. Yeah. And she actually, I had met her right after she was diagnosed with diabetes, and she had like a very, like the adult form of it. And she actually had one, this is when they first came out, she had one of those little like pumps, like with a tube hooked up to her to constantly give her insulin when she needed it.
Oh, like in her stomach?
It was just like a tiny little IV, but she kept it like a beeper on her belt.
Okay.
So that she could test her blood, see how many units of insulin she needed, then put it in the little thing, and it would go boop, give her a little bit. And they stupidly designed it so the tube was just long enough to where if it fell off her belt, it wasn't long enough to hit the ground. It would stop an inch short and like yank the needle out.
Oh, the needle's inside the person?
Yeah, so it's like having an IV hooked up to you like all the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, and me, I'm not good with needles.
No, I'm not either. That's why I don't like piercings.
Yeah.
I don't dig. I mean, I get it, like whatever, but like I don't want them on me. And I don't. That's like one of my little like gross outs.
The last time I had gone to the hospital for something, they had to give me like they had to take blood to do a test, and I started freaking out because I don't know when, like I hated needles when I was a kid, and then when I got into like my late teens, I was like donating blood and everything else. I was fine with it, and then something happened somewhere again that I just got a phobia of needles again. But like when I went into the hospital and they were drawing blood, I didn't want the needle. I'm like, no, I'm good. No, you don't need to check that. I'm fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. I shouldn't even be here. And then he's like, dude, you have a tattoo. I'm like, yeah. He's like, how can you be afraid of needles when you have a tattoo?
There,
and I'm like, different needles, man. Different needles. I think it's more the visual of it.
Going in, like piercing.
The piercing, but also watching the thing fill up, like, you know, when they take a sample, compared to like a tattoo machine where it's like just a whole bunch of little
I don't
pricks.
Like in my head, it doesn't make sense to me when people like pierce their tongues, or their nose or their lip. Like, how is that not bleeding constantly? Like
the ones I don't get is when they do the gauges. And make
when they go to the top part.
They can do it in the top, but they do it in the bottom too, where they just basically get wider and wider till it's like a big like African tribe.
Yeah.
And then years later they decide they don't want them, so they stop
take them
wearing
out,
them, and there's just dangling
and
skin.
they have those like Arby's roast beef fucking ears. Yeah,
it looks like silly putty when you stretch it and get the hole in it.
It's like a Stretch Armstrong just hanging off their ear.
And then they gotta cut it and get it stitched together.
They cut that shit?
Yeah, they can fix that. Because to fix it, you got to cut it and like sew it back together. And I don't like those. And they got this one now where it's like right under the lip. They put one of those big rings.
Like a plate?
Not like a
plate.
Like
from Wakanda?
No. Like one of those spacers that we were just talking about for the ears where you can see through it. But they put it here so you can actually look through and see their like gum line and their teeth. I'll show you a picture of it.
No. I don't want to look at
freaky.
This shit. Yeah.
And why is it that people always get like that stuff in their mouth, have the worst teeth? It's like, dude, save the money on the piercings. Go to the fucking
dentist. Fix your teeth.
Yeah.
You disgusting animal.
Yep.
So
it was a pretty good week for us though since we last got together. We recorded Tuesday, then Wednesday I was at the Orlando Improv opening up for Nathan Comarsh.
Shit, you've been working too. Damn, that's right.
Magician Nathan Comarsh.
Yeah, I went to Bullenbush.
Yeah, how'd that go for you?
Bullenbush was awesome.
Yeah,
I thought I was gonna bomb. I was like, there's
bunch
like
of comics.
It was a bunch of comics and like 4 people in the audience.
Yeah,
like at the bar, and I'm like, oh, this is going to destroy me.
Yeah.
And I did well. I was shocked.
Do all new stuff?
Yeah. Well, I went in there with my plan. I was like, I'm gonna do the stuff for the tour, or that tour, but the because we opened up for Joselito.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna do that stuff to work on it. I saw that crowd. I was like, they're gonna hate that shit. You better do some edgy shit, or else they're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
Knocked out some new stuff.
Knocked out all new stuff, and it did well. So
nice.
I was happy about that.
And that was Wednesday. Then Thursday, we were actually both at the Orlando Improv opening up for your buddy, Joselito the Puppet.
Joselito the Puppet.
And I gotta say, man, when was he here? He was here less than a year ago. Like, because you were hosting, and I swung by just to catch the show. And this time around, I actually featured for him. You hooked me up with that. And dude, his audiences over Thursday's show in Orlando, and then we did Sunday with him, Cinco de Mayo in Tampa. And I gotta say, is so cool to work with a comedian whose audiences come out just to see him.
Yeah.
Like, it's not your usual, hey, it's a comedy show on a Thursday night. You guys want some tickets? Come on out. Everybody that was there paid to see him, which if you're a layperson listening to this, a lot of comedy shows, the clubs pay for the room, which we mean they just call up and give away tickets just to get bodies and seats. These people paid to see him. I would say 99.9% Latino audience. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Like, I think I saw 2 white people on...
No, they're Cubans.
At the Orlando Improv. No, front row at the Orlando Improv.
Yeah, the Improv. Yeah.
And I think they walked out halfway through because...
So, like... And I've been doing this with...
And before we go on, Joselito the Puppet, you want to explain what his show is real quick?
So Joselito the Puppet is pretty much a raunchy puppet. I mean, his act is just raunchy as shit.
Imagine you're watching Sesame Street, and there's the one Latino puppet that lives down... Because, like, he plays with the kids on Sesame Street, but his parents couldn't afford to live on Sesame Street.
Yeah, and then, like, he's like, hey, Big Bird, you want to look at my bichotazo? Like, what the fuck? Like,
which bichotazo means?
Bichotazo is just, like, a word he kind of created. It's like like smacking somebody over the head with his wiener. With his puppet, his felt wiener. And
so, the guy who came up with this, though, Daniel is his real name.
Right, his real name's Daniel.
And
I don't know his last name.
I was talking to him through the court. Really nice guy. Super cool dude, actually. And he was doing stand-up comedy for about 6 or 7 years. He actually told me he started out in Boston with Eric Andre. Eric Andre from an
Eric Andre show.
Yeah, of course. And couple of other things.
And movies.
Yeah, a lot of voiceover work that guy lately. But yeah, he was doing stand-up for like 7 years, and it was kind of at the level that a lot of us get to, where you're getting work, but you're not, you're featuring these clubs, you're headlining these off nights. And then he was walking through the mall, and he saw a puppet, and he bought the puppet, went home, did one video, it went viral. And
got on World Star.
Yeah, he's only been doing the puppet thing since like 2017.
Yep.
But now he's traveling every week and doing off-night shows. Especially the crowds we were seeing on off-night shows who paid to see him was ridiculous. So within 2 years, his puppet, his acts become a household name. And I was talking to him a little bit about that because coming from a guitar, I started out playing stupid songs on guitar.
Right.
I did magic. I did sideshow. I still do magic on certain gigs and stuff like that. And you do catch some shit from other quote-unquote comics, usually open micers who have never been paid. The fucking prop. And he's like, yeah, dude, I went through a little bit of that at the beginning myself, showing up at open mics with my puppet and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? Someone told me a long time ago, who hates proppy-style comics? Other comics.
Right.
Who loves proppy style comics? Fucking audiences. Dude, they go crazy for anything like different, you know? And say what you want. The guy in 2 years has gone from just another one of us, slugging it out, hoping to get a show, to headlining basically every club in the country with people paying tickets to see his act.
Yeah, and this is my third time hosting for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to be exact. Like, I don't know what it was, but this show from the three that I've done was a different energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
from the audience or from him?
From the audience. Like they were just with it from the start to finish.
Do you think these were the best ones?
Yeah,
so far?
a little bit.
Because I was telling someone the other day, I'm like, I don't remember the last time I performed in front of audiences that were just so much fun and with it from the minute you started the stage.
And I also think it was a good breakup because the last two shows, it was just like Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing you, it kind of broke up like, all right, good. They don't have to hear about more Hispanic BS bullshit. And, and I just think they like that. And
yeah, it was a good audience. The fun part was when we got into Tampa, though. And the owner / manager of the club there was like, "Oh, you're opening for?" Yeah. He's like, "Have you done it before?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we just opened for him in Orlando." And he's like, "How'd it go?" And we're like, "Great." And he's like, "Oh." He's like, because the last few times he's been through here, he's like, his audiences love the puppet, but they're not big on the comedians beforehand. And it's like, really? Like, which isn't the pep talk you want from the manager owner before you do a show. But I'm like, not for nothing. We had a really good time, Wednesday in Orlando. And he's like, oh, okay. And then you went up, Cinco de Mayo show, Tampa, Sunday.
Dressed as a mariachi.
You were wearing a sombrero with a T-shirt that looked like the Mexican version of the white guy tux T-shirt.
Yeah.
Except it had a mariachi outfit.
Yeah.
And you went up there with a yeah. And automatically, even the most Hispanic person in the room was like, this is a little much.
First off, it's not. That's more like tribal.
Oh, okay.
It's more like, hold up, gotta move the mic. See, you gotta do that. It's like a hi ya and then an ah ya.
Sounded the same to me.
No, it doesn't, man.
But I'm tone deaf, so I don't know. So if you'll notice, my impersonation of you being a Mexican sombrero wearing mariachi T-shirt wearing guy and Middle Eastern dude about to behead someone are exactly the same. It's just
that's very like I want to feed infidel.
Yes.
That's very. No, that's not. It's not that.
But you went up and they were on board right away. They were fun. Everything else.
They were so much fun.
And then I went up, had a great time, and then he went up and polished it off. And not just good audiences as in laughing, like selling merch and everything. Like even if people weren't buying merch, which most of them were, which was really fun for me, but they would still stop by and be like, man, I'm not going to buy nothing, but oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Very complimentary, very cool. I think I got more Instagram followers off working with him in 2 days than I have in the past 6 months.
Then I got a bunch of new followers. I was like, oh, geez. All right, what's up?
Yeah,
so hi, new Instagram followers.
Long story short, I'd work with that guy anytime, anywhere. He's just such a cool, laid-back guy.
He's chill. Dude, you want to talk about the creepy part of the show on Tampa?
Oh, the sound guy?
So he
nice enough guy. And I'm saying that because if he goes postal, I want him to hear that I said he was a nice guy.
He's nice, still creepy.
Yeah.
It was weird.
They got this sound guy working over in Tampa who's also a open mic comedian level guy.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he's like, yeah, I'm really excited to see this guy because I do puppets too. And I'm like, oh, do you? And before I could say do you, he had pulled out 2 puppets from behind the sound booth, like full size.
Oh, so he talked to you inside.
Yeah, I talked to him.
I talked to him when he didn't have the puppets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had these 2 full-size ventriloquism puppets that look like the white version
it's like 2 old men.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, this one is kind of like based on my grandfather, who I didn't have a good relationship with and passed away before we could work things out, and he always called me gay. And then this one doesn't talk.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
So I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't talk? He's like, he doesn't talk. He just sits there, and I'm like, okay. And I guess he was telling Daniel, who's, Joselito's quote-unquote friend.
Yeah.
I guess that's how you handle her, puppeteer, or whatever. He was talking about, the fact that he got into puppets. But he said that one of his puppets says really racist things, like, all the time. which I'm sitting there going, that's not your puppet, dude.
That's you.
That's you.
Dude,
yeah,
because he came up to me when we walked in. He was asking like, "All right, so you're going up
once again." Amazingly nice guy.
Yeah, he goes, and then Dwight was with me because Dwight.
Oh, your buddy Dwight, who came with us.
He came out, hung out with us.
Mm-hmm.
It was me and Dwight, and he's like, "Oh, so you're opening up for the puppet? I have puppets too."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, really? Yeah, you got sock puppets? You put your,
Yeah.
I said that." He goes, "No, I have real puppets.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to them."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we just got awkward, and we was looking at him and go, "Are you fucking with me?" He goes, "No, I'm gonna go get them and show you." And I looked at Dwight, and I'm like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" And he comes out with the puppets, and he's like, "Hi everybody," and I look at Dwight, and I leave. And he's talking to Dwight, and I see Dwight kind of like do that you motherfucker, you left me behind. And I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I just left him.
There's a weird connection. Like, you think about all those horror movies where the ventriloquist puppet comes to life, or the ventriloquist puppet is the one running the show or something. And Carmen Vallone, friend of ours, local comedian, he used to have a roommate that was a ventriloquist. And he said that he would ask his roommate, like, to go out, like, "Hey, you want to go grab some lunch or something?" He's like, "Oh, hang on, I got to check with so-and-so." And Carmen at first was like, "Oh, it's all just fun and everything." But this guy, Carmen's like, I would hear him at night talking to his puppets. And I'm like, maybe it was just working on the act. He's like, no. He would be in there. Like, "Hey, come on, guys. Really, we got to get to sleep. We got a long drive tomorrow and everything."
My gosh.
Yeah. So there's that whole weird relationship, which I think Joselito the Puppet and Daniel, I don't think they have that, because Daniel was a straight up comic who just saw an opportunity to take this and run with it and everything else.
But it's a character.
Yeah,
it's a character, and he he's on stage. He's just like, "Hey, thank you guys for making a puppet of comedians," because he knows.
And he's not a ventriloquist either.
No,
like, he's a straight up. You go there and kind of he's got the whole black box kind of set up on the stage,
like old school puppetry.
Like when you used to go to middle school, or they call you into the cafetorium or the auditorium. They'd have the puppet show telling you not to use drugs, and they got the whole. He's down there behind you. I'm like, a lot of guys train for years so that, like, Jeff Dunham can be on stage and not move his mouth and have a conversation. You're like, nope, putting up a sheet.
And he sits down. His entire act, he's sitting on a couch, just nice and relaxed.
Oh yeah. And it was funny. I was talking to Daniel a little bit about, just the puppet in general and fantasy and everything like that, because he had mentioned that, he's like, sometimes you meet these girls after shows, and
there's puppet groupies.
I
know. I didn't believe until I saw it.
And he's like, and some of these girls actually want to do, but they want the puppet to watch. That is so funny. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Because I brought up that I used to be friends with characters at Disney, like Pluto and Buzz Lightyear and Rafiki and everything else. And had this one time, and this was back when room keys, like for hotel rooms, were still like, they weren't like credit cards. They were actual keys on like keychains. And this girl came up, took a photo with me as Pluto, and then she slipped the key down the back of my costume and told me to come see her later. And then I was just sitting there when I was getting changed. I'm like, does she expect Pluto to like show up at her door? Or is it supposed to, like, if I show up, she's like, where's the costume,
give me doggy style. No, put the head on. Put the Pluto head on.
I always wonder what happened to that woman.
She's banging Goofy.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. She probably works at like some pound or something like that.
Now she has a dog fetish, you're saying?
Yeah, it might be it.
She has a mascot fetish.
Maybe she's fucking Goofy.
Or she's like those she's like a groupie for those people that have the bootleg costumes downtown.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the bootleg costumes in downtown do we have those in downtown Orlando? I seen them. We
really.
talked about them. They
got the bunny now.
Not anymore.
No, he's still around.
No, he ain't.
Yeah, he is, man.
The bunny's around?
Yeah, he's still around. The one that beat up the homeless people?
He's around?
Yeah, he didn't go to jail.
I thought when his whole record came out, that kind of killed his 5 minutes of fame.
Nah, man, he's still like.
Have you seen him downtown?
I haven't seen him downtown. I see him on Instagram.
Really?
He was like in a strip club.
I'm gonna have to pull it up because I actually checked like 2 days ago. See
he's
what
so
happened.
stupid. So
there's
like,
no news stories since the
no,
second
there's
day.
It's like he tries to promote like. Because like he went to like schools and shit and like a boys and girls club. He's like, hey, I'm the bunny. It's like, what are you promoting, dude? You beat up a homeless person, and then your next video you're at a strip club. What are you promoting? What are you doing? He's just, I don't know. He's so stupid. But,
so so that was great time working with. If you want, go check out Joselito The Puppet on Instagram.
He's mainly on Instagram if you really want to follow him.
Yeah, and
he's capped on Facebook.
What is
capped?
So many followers on
Yeah, you can't even follow. Well, I think you can follow him, but
you can follow his fan page or something like that.
Yeah,
because fan page doesn't have a limit like that.
Instagram is way better.
Yeah, and then so that was our Thursday and Sunday, and Saturday you had a wedding with Dwight, right? You were out
DJ'd a wedding.
Somewhere. How'd that work out for you?
It was hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Whose wedding was it?
One of the karate parents.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was a nice wedding. It was a really nice wedding.
Nice area.
Nice area. Venue was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But man, they did not realize how hot that sun was gonna be beating down on them.
Yeah, it was an
all
outdoor thing.
Yeah, it was all outdoor, no shade, no fans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I brought my fan, so I was good. But everybody else,
yeah,
it was rough.
That's one of those things when they're like just praying for no rain on the wedding day, and God's like, okay.
Yeah,
I promise, no rain.
Dude,
but it's gonna be 120 degrees.
It was weird, man, because they really went all out on the food and the catering, and nobody drank. So the bartender was just like giving people sodas and stuff. And he was like, "Man, this is the weirdest wedding ever. No one drinks." I was like, "Oh, I guess what it is."
And then no one ate.
I mean, they ate. Is just, man, they had so much food.
Yeah,
I think I don't know. It's just, I guess people were just kind of just so hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then. So I'm not gonna like there's a part, right? So we're like the wedding coordinator was kind of like last second change. So I'm doing an MC. So I'm like, all right, everybody, we're gonna do the mother and
father,
the
daughter and father.
Daughter and father. We're gonna do daughter and father dance. No, we're not. No, we're not. Never mind. We're gonna change that. You know, like, all right. We are going to do the groom and mother. No, we're not. Okay, never mind. We're not doing that either.
So they're just canceling everything they had pre-planned.
As I'm saying it on the mic.
Like
I'm like, all right, everybody, go ahead and stand up, put your hands together, because we're gonna do the blah blah blah. No, okay, no, we're not. I'm sorry, never mind. Yeah. And then we're like, all right, so we're going to cut the wedding cake. So if everyone can just meet us over here. All of a sudden, you hear on the far end, happy birthday to...
Was it the bride's birthday?
No, some random other person's birthday. And they decided to use the cake to sing happy birthday.
Oh, man.
And I was like, oh, my gosh. So it was just crazy.
Yeah.
And then...
how'd the speeches go?
Oh, dude. Speeches were fine, but like I felt like one of the fathers.
One of the fathers. There's only how many fathers were there?
There's two, I think. I think he's father. I wasn't too sure, but he got up and he pretty well. I gotta give it away. He pretty much roasted the bride. He like roasted her. He's like, yeah, so and so. Good luck, buddy, because she's a procrastinator. She's always lingering around, not getting things done. I remember back in my day, and when I went to military and I came back, I did 2 tours.
So this guy was just shitting on his daughter on her wedding day?
Like, everyone's like looking at each other like, okay. And she's like, okay, Dad. She's like, yeah, you know, when I was overseas when her mom was pregnant, and I didn't know. And they called me and I was busy and I tried to get there and I was just missing the phone call. And but she was born and it was beautiful. And Now she's all your responsibility. It's like, what the hell just happened here?
Because this wedding is the last fucking thing I'm paying for. I'll tell you that much. Don't come to me for nothing.
Dude, the wedding was like in someone's yard. It's genius.
But like a nice.
Yeah, they literally took their house.
Mm-hmm.
They decked out their backyard because they have a huge backyard and made it a wedding venue.
Oh, wow.
Decked out speakers, not hooked up the surround sound, a little area for dancing, a little area for setting up parties, and they had like 4 little mini houses out there
Oh, wow.
with working water and AC and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So the bill must be crazy, but they must charge out the wazoo to do a wedding there.
First time doing a wedding out there?
I mean, oh yeah.
For you?
There, that place?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never been. I never even knew about this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I think I told you I've been, for years I kind of wanted to do cruise line work. I was like all about trying to get on the cruise ships because the pay's good and everything else.
Okay.
And just recently, one of our buddies has started doing a lot of cruise line stuff with like Carnival cruise lines and everything else. And long story short, he put in a word for me, and I guess a couple of other comics who were already working threw in words for me. And one of the booking agents from the cruise lines reached out. And he's like, hey, I just kind of want to interview you, see if you were interested in doing it. We wouldn't really be booking anything until September, October.
Hurricane season.
Yeah, right. But I need to get it in by May 1st because the way they work there with their new recruits and stuff for entertainment. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I sent over all my stuff and talked into a couple of interviews, and everything sounded fine. He's like, okay, well, we'll get back to you in a bit. And then, what was it? Friday night, he hits me up. He's like, hey, can you be on a cruise ship tomorrow until next Saturday? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I thought when we were doing this interview, it was for like September, October.
Right.
I'm like, I already have gigs and everything else. He's like, oh, okay, no, I understand. And then he hits me up yesterday. Hey, can you do Thursday through Saturday this week? On the boat this day. I'm like, once again, no. And I feel bad saying no to a new booker twice in a row.
Right.
But first off, it's like, I got other things going on in my life. I had other gigs and I got the kids and stuff like that. I can't just, I'm not a single 22-year-old anymore who can just like be like, I'll be there, So I'm curious and interested in getting on board. But also, the way they have it set up is you basically have to have 3 different shows. You got to have a 30-minute family-friendly show.
Yeah, you got to have a friendly show.
Yeah, which I'm not worried about. You got to have a 30-minute adult show, which I'm not worried about, and another 30-minute adult show. And you might do 5 shows while you're out there over like 3-4 days, and then the contracts are each like 3 to 4 days, but you get sent to other ships and everything like that. And I have the material, but you're not supposed to repeat a single joke in any one of those sets. So, a lot of times I do like a clean show and I do my favorite jokes, just the clean versions.
Okay.
And then when I do the adult show, I just add in a couple of F-bombs, whatever. But I haven't taken...
A couple?
Yeah. I haven't taken the time to like sit down and write out each individual, set. So I'm like, I don't want to just rush out there. Like I was playing September, October, going out for the first time or something and have plenty of time. I don't want to just jump on a ship tomorrow and be like, man, I should have prepared more for that.
You ever been on a cruise?
I have never been on a cruise as a comic. I've never been on a cruise as a human being.
So you don't even know have you ever been on a boat?
I've been on like a couple of like small boats.
Not the boat that
I didn't do well.
Like Dad would take you out and have the talk. I mean, like a boat.
Yeah, like a cruise line?
Yeah.
No. I've been on they got that casino boat that goes out.
Oh, that bullshit? Yeah.
I went on that once.
You got sick?
But I'm not good. I get motion sickness, dude.
You ain't gonna last on you'll be eating all that buffet food and throwing that shit back up.
Yep.
So you never done a cruise, huh?
Never done a cruise.
It's disgusting.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was booked on...
I try to be positive because I know a lot of people like it, but I don't like it.
I was booked back in like 2000, I want to say 14. I was booked on the cruise line that goes out of Palm Beach and sails to the Bahamas and then turns around and comes back, like the day cruises. And I was booked there for like 2 weeks in November. And on Halloween night, they had done a cruise and the ship crashed. So I got like a call from them like, hey, we're not going to be doing, yeah. And then I'm like, you know how booking is. trying to fill 2 weeks worth of work in November, you know, because we had like a handshake deal, no contract. They weren't going to pay me.
Oh, that's great.
So I had to like scurry around to find work and everything else. But yeah, and then I figured that was just a sign not to pursue cruise ship work. But now,
Wait, so are you still thinking about doing it? You're just, no.
Oh, yeah, I'm all about doing it. It's just, you know, I got too much stuff going on with the kids, and you and I had gigs booked, and I got another gig this weekend. And I wasn't going to just...
What gig you got this weekend?
I'm in Melbourne. I'm at... in Melbourne, I think it's called... Copper Chimney, Melbourne, Saturday night.
Who's that with?
Carmen Valone.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And I'd done this venue before when some other guy was booking it, and then Carmen hit me up because he was booked on a double headliner show, and I guess the other headliner canceled. So he called me up to see if I wanted to fill in. Money was good. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Where is it? And he gave me the name. And that you'll find that a lot in comedy. Like, the venues stay the same, but who's booking it changes.
Oh, okay.
Know? So I'm going to swing out there. And, so Copper Chimney, Melbourne. Come on, check us out. Me and Carmen Valone, Saturday night. It's going to be adequate.
It's mediocre at its best.
The best mediocre. The top level of mediocre, like almost good.
Okay.
You know, that's how we're going to be rocking it. Yeah. But you know what else I was thinking about? I'm like, everything I do right now is...
Shit. Oh.
Well, that too. But that's part of the problem. It's all like comedy oriented or taking care of the kids. I'm like, we've talked about it before. I don't have a hobby, man. I need something.
I gave you options for hobby.
What? What you got?
Working out.
That's not a hobby.
Karate.
Not a hobby.
Kickboxing. Oh, that's the same shit.
Yeah, basically everything you give me is just a variation of. Yeah.
Want to DJ?
You can barely do that. How are you going to
teach me? What are you talking about? It's easy. All you do is press, play, flip, switch.
Yeah,
press,
until your
play,
system
flip.
doesn't update, and then you're like...
Happened once.
Uh-huh.
Happened once.
Yep. Or until your system doesn't pair up well with the speakers at the venue.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to say that. I mean, it paired up. I just almost blew his speakers. That's all.
Yeah.
I had to tone it down.
I need a hobby. Like, we've been... I don't know. Is shooting a hobby? Because I've been thinking about that.
I don't know. Shooting my damn picture and putting it on Facebook apparently is a good hobby for you.
Oh, well, that's archery. The
Monster.
boys wanted to do archery. I'll tell you, their aim's improved when it's not a dot into your face.
Yeah,
They get pretty accurate.
Great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet them.
Yeah.
Again.
I need something. I don't know what to do. I just want... You know, the other thing is, like, if you're not doing something different and everything's just comedy...
What do you like besides that's comedy? What do you like that's not comedy?
That's the thing. You gotta experience... I just want to try
What
new
about
things.
editing? You like editing shit?
I don't know how.
Well, you got to learn.
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant by I don't know how.
Well, you learn and then you end up liking it.
Okay, but it just seems like a lot. It just seems like, where do you start?
Okay. Oh, you start by watching YouTube videos and downloading the apps.
Yeah.
All right, that's out of the fucking question.
No, it's
what about video games? Let's go there. You like playing video games?
You know, funny you should say that, because the kids have the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And they've only had it for like less than 2 years. They got it for Christmas, not this past Christmas, but the one before. And we picked up an extra wireless controller. And the big thing in the house, they have all the Lego games, like Marvel superheroes.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a game for you, man.
Well, I'm talking about this happened with them. One of the controllers has been dropping out. I called you about it, actually.
Yeah.
You know, it just like in the middle of playing 2-player games, it just drops out and then doesn't log back on. So I was reading all these YouTube or viewing all these YouTube on how to fix it and reading all these articles. And I'm like, finally, I realized, fuck it, I got money. And I just went to the store and bought a new remote.
So wait, is it an original Xbox controller?
Nope, because the Xbox One we had was the Super Mario Kart pack, and it came with a white remote, and then I picked up a black wireless one, and the black wireless one is the one that keeps
Your
dropping
statement made no sense.
What do you mean?
You just said you picked up an Xbox remote, and it was a Super Mario one?
The original console they got. The console, the Xbox console.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, was, you know how when you go to buy them, you can get like some are themed like Minecraft.
Yeah, but Super Mario's not on Xbox. That's Nintendo.
It's Xbox One with Mario. No, it was the Mario Kart package.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, Xbox.
Mario Kart is Nintendo, man. You can't get Mario on Xbox.
Then what did they have?
Oh, fuck. No wonder you don't fucking... No wonder nothing works in that fucking house. You got a Nintendo controller working for Xbox.
I work in that fucking house. No, they have. That's right. They got Mario Kart for Switch, for Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Yeah. So what kit did they? They got the Minecraft one. Okay, that's where I fucked up. So they got the Minecraft version Xbox One, Minecraft themed or whatever.
Come on, man, get on your nerdness.
Like, it came. I had the Power Glove. Okay.
Let's not even get into it like that, because like last week or 2 weeks ago, we had to yell at you about the whole Punch Out thing. I need to put that clip up on YouTube, or not YouTube, on Instagram.
I'm telling you, it's the same fucking game.
Oh my God, no, it's not.
The
bro.
last guy who fights just isn't. It's made to look like Mike Tyson.
No, it's not Mike Tyson. Then it's not.
It's the same algorithm.
No,
it's
no,
the same
no,
computer.
it's
He
not,
does the
man.
same fucking moves.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Anyways, get off this shit.
All
I'll
right.
post that one later.
So I spent hours trying to figure out how to fix this remote, and then basically I just went and bought a new one and said, "Fuck it, I'm done."
So wait, what is it though? Is it Xbox controller or Nintendo?
Xbox.
The old ones.
What do you mean?
Is it like the one that came with the system? So it's just a regular black controller?
Well, it was a white console, so it's a white controller.
So it's a regular white wireless controller.
That one's working. And then I had gone out.
Which one's not working?
The one I bought originally.
So you bought that separately from the system?
Yes. Because I needed 2 controllers, and the system only came with 1.
All right.
All right. So a year and a half ago, got this, and then the black one has been dropping out. Like,
Okay. So the one that's not working is what?
what are you not
I'm
understanding?
trying to help you here. Just
I'm trying to
stay
help
with
you.
me.
Okay.
The controller that's not working is what? White or black?
Black.
And you can just go to the store and pick up one that looks just like it.
Yeah.
Cool. Go to the store, buy a new controller.
Mm-hmm.
Take the old controller, put that bitch back in the box, return it to Walmart. You get your money back, and you get a free controller.
You're acting like I didn't do exactly that.
Oh, okay, cool. Good job. Good job. I'm just saying, like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay, good job.
I was like looking all over. Does this have a secret serial number
No, they
I
don't.
know about?
It doesn't.
This coming from former Best Buy employee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to who gives a fuck? Do I get arrested for this shit?
Mm-hmm.
I used to know a guy that taught me how to remove the guts from each Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
and then you switch out the Xbox that doesn't work to a new Xbox, then you return it back, and then you get your money back for a whole new Xbox.
There you go.
Yeah, he taught me how to do that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That
And you
was
can do
back
that
in
with
the day.
remotes too if you have the wrong.
Dude, Best Buy
Casing.
people used to like buy like monster cables,
Mm-hmm.
like HDMI cables and stuff. And then they'll put some bootleg cable. But one thing about Monster is they had
That wrap around it.
yeah, they had tape. So they'll take a hair dryer and loosen up the glue of the tape, and then carefully remove it with like a careful knife, like a X-Acto knife. Put it back on the bootleg cables and then return it. And then we'll like catch them like, these are not the same cable. Like, yes they are. Yes they are. Like, no they're not. And when they realize that we caught them, they freaking bolt right out the
Run
door.
right out the door.
Run out right out the door.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
Yeah.
You can't touch them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
Yeah. You're
hilarious.
not allowed to chase shoplifters
No.
or hold them or apprehend them.
I wouldn't give a shit.
It's not your store.
And
Not your money.
I used to watch multiple people steal from Best Buy. And I would stare at them. I mean, I'll be like, the camera's right there.
Yeah. But there was a story years ago. Some guy came home. He was a veteran. Took a job at Home Depot. Someone shoplifted like a chainsaw. He ran out, grabbed the guy, pinned him down, waited for the cops to arrive, arrest him. And that guy got fired from Home Depot.
Good job.
Because, we can't. You put yourself at risk. You put the, we also live in a place where if he tackled him in the parking lot and the guy got injured, the guy who stole the chainsaw would turn around and sue Home Depot for injury and win,
Well, it's like that whole improv thing.
Oh, yeah. We had something happen not too long
a
ago.
couple girls got really drunk.
Walked out on an
They
expensive
walked out
tab.
on like a $300 tab. They try to stop them.
They got in their car in the parking level.
Well, they try to because there's a distance from the club to the parking.
Yeah.
And I guess people like staff kind of like will stand in front of them and she would push them out of the way.
Mm.
And then they got in their car and then they clipped one of the employees.
Mm-hmm.
They chased them down to the gate area.
And another comic ran over and jumped on the hood or something.
So they say.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that happened.
Yeah.
She clipped him. I think he probably kicked the car. Because if he would have jumped on the car, the hood would have been destroyed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, the hood would have been destroyed. So But another comedian started like roasting the women, and then they started like, "You're fat shaming us, and you're being racist and blah blah blah." So they try to sue. It's already passed now, so nothing happened about it because they're full of shit.
Yeah.
And they hit one of their damn employees with the car, so they have it on camera.
That's crazy, man. I used to work at Lowe's in the home and garden department, and we were told no refunds on used equipment, because what would happen is you would get all these contractors who come in, or landscape people, and they buy a tool that's not graded for commercial use, and they would just, like little hedge trimmers you buy when you do your own lawn once a week or something like that. They would come in, buy one of those, take it out, clear like 14 acres of land with it for one job they got hired for. Then they come back in and they'd be like, yeah, it's not working. And it's like, dude, this worked fine. You just fucking used it. No, it's not working. It's not working. And, as an assistant manager, they're like, we don't take refunds on that or returns on that. I'm like, okay. So I would sit there making my $7.50 an hour, explain to people, no, I can't return that for you. I can't return that for you. Well, I need to see the store manager. And then I'm like, okay. Then I call the store manager, of course, who is like the guy who told me not to take returns, and they come out all smiles. Oh, yeah, anything for our customers, of course. We'll take care of this. Right? I'm like, why are you making me look like the piece of fucking shit here? Yeah. You're the one who told me. I look like for $7.50 an hour, I'm the guy trying to fuck this dude over. And then the customer always gives you a dirty look or flicks you off on the way out. So then I just start accepting returns on everything. And then the big boss is like, Mike, what did we talk about these returns? I'm like, look, I'm just tired of you making me look like I'm the fucking asshole in this situation. You're going to give them money back anyways. Why even bother you? Get back there, play solitaire. Leave me the fuck alone.
Dude, when I get back there, when I was working at Chucky Cheese, 2 months before I was about to quit, the place got robbed. Like overnight. Safe, empty. The videotape's gone.
So 2 weeks before you left.
2 months. 2 months. 2 months before I left.
That's a good amount of time to stick around, make them think it wasn't you.
Yeah. First off, so the place, like, it's so funny how it happened. So we just go in like a normal morning. We're prepping. We're getting everything ready. All of a sudden, I hear this scream. Oh, my God. Fucking safe is open. Everything's destroyed in the office. First off, who has an office key?
I was going to say, was there a sign of breaking?
No.
Oh, okay.
So
this
no
is an inside job.
Yeah. So they're like, who did it? Who did it? I'm like, well, you can narrow this down real easy. There's only 3 people with a key here, and 3 of them are not here. What's your fucking, where's the fucking problem
3
here?
people with a key, 3 of them aren't there.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
It was a manager, it was a game tech, and it was a showroom tech, or showroom coordinator, or whatever.
Then if they were the only ones with keys and none of them were there, how did you get in the building?
No, well, the second manager has it.
So there's 4 people
4
with
keys.
keys.
4 people. Yeah, the main manager. So whatever, we're there, and they get robbed. Long story short, they interrogate everybody, and everyone's like, "Bitch, I don't have the key. Like how? I don't know how to get it. I don't even know the password, because they were able to bypass the code."
Right. So it had to be one of the
right.
And they never solved this mystery?
No, they did. It ended up becoming, we had a new manager the month before, and he convinced his brother to go and rob the entire place.
While he had an alibi somewhere else?
Right. Like he did one of those things. The part where he fucked up at when he got caught is his brother decided to make a sandwich when he was robbing the place, because at night, because if the silent alarm goes off, the police come. Yeah. But he turned that off. Right. So he had all the time in the world to just do whatever the F he wants.
So how did the sandwich catch him?
Because he fucking left his fucking DNA fucking in the fucking
They
place.
got him
He
with
cut
the DNA?
himself. He cut himself on the fucking cutting board. So when we went in there, we're like, dude, why is there blood on the cutting board? And we're like, ugh, what the fuck is going on? And then we didn't put 2 and 2 together. So when it happened, I was just like, there's just blood on the cutting board. Whose shit is that? I haven't washed it yet. They're like, what? And then sure enough, it was his fucking blood.
That's crazy, because most police state, and that was here in Ocoee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Most police stations, DNA, things were expensive. What year was this?
90. No, not 99. I take that back. 2004.
Yeah, I was gonna say
5.
So we're talking less than 10 years after the whole O.J. Simpson trial when DNA became a thing, and then DNA testing was like hundreds of thousands of dollars every time you did it.
That shit's easy.
I didn't see Chucky Cheese being like, okay, look, we are down $850.
It wasn't that much either.
Yeah,
it was like
exactly.
$900.
Yeah, so it's like,
and he went to jail for it.
I can't believe that. I gotta read this article because I don't believe that the Chucky Cheese heist was solved by DNA testing.
That's what they said. It was blood on the damn cutting board. I saw it.
Yeah, I just don't believe they spent that money chasing down $950 Chucky
I
Cheese
think they
break-in.
did because the guy that was running it, his name was Habib, and he was a rich Indian dude. Mm-hmm. And he lost his shit. Like, he was so angry. He was like yelling.
He was like, la 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 la.
He was like, I killed them. I killed them all. You did not cross the rat and me. Habib. Where's my Indian music? Son of a... I'm not ready. Oh, no. Where's my Indian music? Ah, yes. Back in Pakistan, we run several Chuck E. Cheese, but we don't call them Chuck E. Cheese. We call them cheese because cows are ancient. So we didn't use milk. We use soy. We grow soy from the ground. And I'm slacking on my music. And I wasn't ready.
Like you didn't know it was going to go here at some point.
No, I wasn't. I hope I pulled a good one. I'm just going to... Oh, I got a playlist. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, yes. Hamid, manager and ruler of Chucky Cheese. Yes, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Mr. Mike, come talk to
yes,
me.
Yes.
You're Indian too. Oh.
No, I just hi.
Oh, very, very good, very good. Do you know who the son of a bitch stole from my chubby cheese?
Well, I'm no detective, but there's only 4 people that have keys to your business.
Yes.
So it has to be one of those 4.
Oh, so one of those 4.
Yeah. Now we could. I spoke to the police department, and we could pursue this, but I gotta tell you, for $900. The lab testing on the blood we found would be well into the thousands of dollars.
Okay, buddy. Okay, listen, I make you a deal.
Okay.
You go out, you find these infidels, you bring them to me. We cut off his dick, shove it in his mouth. That sound good? I pay you extra overtime.
Well, I work for the city, so I really
No city. Nobody needs to know. Just you and me, buddy. Just you and me. How about this? You go catch the guy. We get his children and we stone them to death in front of him. How about that, buddy?
It's only $850.
800, buddy. 800 is a lot of money where I come from.
But,
I can buy several goats.
But you want to spend much more than that to find the person.
No. Just you and me, buddy. No cups.
I don't feel comfortable.
No police.
I'll tell you what.
Listen
how about unlimited skee ball play?
No, buddy. No skee ball. Back in my hometown in India, we use baby heads for skee ball balls. We throw it down, you throw it in a hole, and you win. Very, very good. Very, very good. Yes, that's how we do it back in India.
And what's the whack-a-mole game like?
Whack-a-mole. Oh, whack-a-mole. Yes. That's whack-a-mole is where you take an infidel, someone that likes another person as the same person. Oh, very, very bad. Very bad. Very gross. And we hit them over the head with a mallet to remind them they go back to liking what you are going to be born with. Like this. You hit them over the head like that, and they go down, and the gayness goes out of their head. And they love it. That's how we do it in India.
Yeah, I gotta go.
No. Don't come back, buddy.
Yeah, I got good luck with everything.
Don't touch my cow.
No.
It's very sick. Mike's so uncomfortable right now. All right, buddy. Hamid, good luck. Good meeting you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Come again. All right. Hey, man, that was Hamid, man. Hamid's a very cool guy, man. That guy's crazy, man. You gotta be careful with him. He's
inappropriate.
He's very mean.
Inappropriate.
He's very crazy.
Speaking of inappropriate, Trump, surprise, made some mistakes on Twitter today.
He doesn't know how to spell Kentucky, the douchebag.
Yeah, doesn't know how to spell Kentucky. Doesn't know how to spell stolen.
Oh, damn, that too?
He put 2 L's in there today.
That's extra stolen.
And I think it was that preacher dude, supporter, Jerry Fowler.
Lawson?
No, Jerry Fowler had come out and said, well, after we spent 2 years of this presidency on collusion, which wasn't there, he deserves, he used this word, reparation, reparation, he feels Trump should get another 2 years because 2 years was kind of wasted with, number one, that's not what the report said. Number two, the Attorney General Barr, who released his review of his summary of the whole Mueller report, is now being pressed because he didn't give a suffice summary on it, and they're asking him to testify about it. Mueller, who wrote the report, is like, no, what Barr said about it is not fully correct and is very misleading. But yeah, and President Trump agreed that maybe he should get 2 more years in the office,
of course,
to make up for this too. Which is funny because I think when Barack was claiming Obama didn't have a proper birth certificate, he did that for the first 3 or 4 years, but didn't get Obama another 4. Obama got himself another 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. And then I think Pelosi said today that she actually has a worry that if he doesn't win this next election, they might have a problem removing him from the White House.
He's winning, by the way.
The election?
Yes.
Yeah.
As much as everyone's like tripping about it, he's getting another 4 years.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
Yeah, you got
It's
the
happening.
inside streak.
No, you can just see it.
There's way
Trump,
too many Democrats in the pool right now.
Trump
It's
knows
gonna be
how to
so
play the
hard.
game, man.
It's going to be so hard to get all the Democrats on the same page. And then there's been talk lately about some possible little war conflict coming up, which no sitting president, while the war has been going on, has not got his second term. So now would be the time to be like, we're at war. Do you really want to switch up a president in the middle of war? And my answer would still be a soundly yes.
It ain't gonna happen, man. Dude, I was watching that, and like every time, like anyone would ask him a question, like, "Oh, so do you hear that Biden's running?" Biden, he always has nicknames for everyone.
Yeah,
like he hits him where it hurts.
He's weak. He's
weak. Oh, shady Biden, old man Biden. Yeah, he doesn't have nothing to gun me. He's blah blah blah. He just goes off. Anybody he says, and nobody's doing that for him. Like if I was running,
you gotta start trash talking.
Hell yeah, I'm like. They'd be like, "Oh, what do you think about Trump? Oh, you mean pussy grab Trump? Yeah. What's up? Oh, tank grab Trump? I'll be just,
you already have my vote.
Toupee Trump? What's
like
up?
Within a minute, I'm already.
Dude,
like,
I would just hit him.
Gonzalez.
Because you guys got to be a dick to him. You got to play.
You got to treat a
bully. But no, they don't. Democrats don't do that, so they're gonna lose. They're not gonna win.
Yep.
And then if any Republican goes after him, he just destroys them. No, he's gonna be a president for another 4 years. Yeah. Buckle up. 4 more years. 4 more.
I just don't like him.
I know you don't like him, but it's just it is our world. People like that shit. He knows how to play the game.
I just like to point out, most of the time, Republican president, Democrat president, I've been indifferent all my life. Like, it's the president. It's the president. But there's never been a president that I'm just like, God, I'm just sick of your fucking face.
Yeah, just, oh, what's up, lying Trump? Oh, what's up, freaking Rush? What, Putin's bitch, Trump? Oh, yeah, I know who that is. You got to just shit on him.
Yep.
But no one's going to do that.
Oh, here we go. A guy in Long Island, New York, was pulled over. I've dreamed of doing this before. He got pulled over. He had a mannequin in his passenger seat so he could ride in the HOV lane.
Yeah, but you have sex with your mannequin, you sick fuck.
What are you talking about?
Anyways, keep going.
What? No, because I feel like we're getting to some deep-seated issues with you.
Not me.
No,
I'm just saying you.
Right there.
I feel like that's what you would do.
No. I mean,
I always want a mannequin to stick my...
number one, I can't afford a mannequin because those good ones, not just
steal it
inflatable
from
ones,
Sears.
but the good ones are like thousands of dollars. I can't be like you.
Wait.
I can't just go pick up a Barbie doll at the store because that's the proper size for you.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh.
I see what you did there.
I'm just saying, sometimes think of how much money you save on soap. Like, I got to wash a full body. I go through more soap. You get twice as long out of that bar of soap because you're washing half as much.
What happened with this guy with the stupid mannequin now?
Yeah, I got a picture of it. The guy got pulled over with this mannequin, and it looked like the guy's been getting away with it for a long time and just stopped giving a shit after a while. Because the picture of it now. God damn it!
Come on, man.
I lost it.
What is it? What was the picture of?
There we go. This guy doesn't even look like he's trying anymore. That looks like his grandfather's melting in the front seat.
So it looks like he has a bob.
What's
like the punch dummies.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it looks like the punch dummies. The karate punch dummies.
But he's got arms and stuff.
Yeah, he added like some like
and he's like using the sweatshirt to tie him in a sitting upright position. Yeah, but
it's genius.
So now It could be genius if it looked a little more realistic, but that really looks like someone's 95-year-old grandfather.
So you can get in trouble for having a mannequin in your passenger?
Yeah, it's a violation of the HOV, high occupancy vehicle.
We don't have that problem here, though.
No.
In Florida.
We have those.
We
down
do?
in Miami, South Florida. We got
okay.
the HOV lanes all over the place now.
Not here in Orlando.
Yep. So kudos to him. He's got at the ball. This really does look like every sketch of a pedophile seen in the area. So maybe that's what the cop noticed first. He's like, that looks like that pedophile. Oh, it's a dummy. And then here's another thing. Up in, where was this at? Philadelphia or Pennsylvania? Philadelphia, which is in Pennsylvania, or vice versa. Which way does that work?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds right what you said the first time.
Yeah. Philadelphia is in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, sure.
Or is Pennsylvania in Philadelphia?
Sure. I don't know. You're asking me or you're telling me?
Yeah. Here we go. Philadelphia Inquirer reports that Jarrett Stiff, what a great name, Jarrett Stiff didn't pay for trips on the Pennsylvania Turnpike 2,264 times from 2012 to 2017. More than anyone else in the state, the 36-year-old from suburban Philadelphia racked up nearly $128,000 in unpaid tolls and subsequent fines. Man, what a great name for someone who's not paying.
Yeah, he stiffed everyone.
He stiffed everybody. In a deal with prosecutors, he pleaded guilty in April of theft of services, was ordered to pay over $11,500, and was sentenced to 5 years probation. Now, dude, there's been times in my younger days driving from UCF and Valencia and stuff like that. You hit those tolls back before we had the little SunPass things, and it would be like 1 o'clock in the morning. You're just trying to get home, and they have the exact change thing to get off Dean Road onto 408 or whatever else, and it's like 75 cents. I'm like fucking just throwing handfuls of whatever I have in my console, and sometimes I didn't make enough, and I would drive through. But the balls you have to have just to be like, I don't pay tolls. And think they'll never fine you.
Yeah.
I think nowadays, like even with SunPass and everything else, you know, I have times like do you have SunPass?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have SunPass. I got it set up so it automatically comes out of my account. But every now and then you hit one of those transponders that's not working and you get something
jackpot
in the mail. Yeah, you think so, but they still take a picture like you didn't pay.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that was your... And then they go, if you don't pay this in a month, we add on another $1. Plus, it's a fee to pay it online, which is like, dude, I have this fucking transponder thing so that I don't get stuck with this shit. Get your shit working, you know? But I think what happens now is you can run all year long and probably get away with it. No one's going to come knocking on your door. But when you go to renew your tag, they're like, oh, yeah, first
that's
you got to pay.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everything catches up. Come on. You're not going to cheat the system.
Well, apparently not for 6 years for this guy in Philadelphia. $128,000 in fines, dude.
That was a flaw in the system.
Yeah. Did you get hit like, what was it, probably 4 or 5 months ago when they had that new company come in and redo all the transponders? Mm-hmm. So, like,
yeah, I got hit
it wasn't charging properly, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere,
you got all these bills.
You get all these bills.
Yeah,
like,
I got hit with that bullshit.
I have mine set to, like, automatically deduct, like, $10, and all of a sudden it was like, plus I have 2 cars. So it's da-ding, 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 da-ding.
Yeah.
And it didn't affect me too much because, you know, I had money in the bank and stuff. But for these people that are, like, living paycheck to paycheck, and they're just driving, everything's fine, and then all of a sudden 1 month they get hit with, you know how it is. When you're looking at how much you have in your bank account, you're not factoring in like, oh, I didn't notice they haven't taken out the past 3 months of my $255 a day in tolls. And then all of a sudden you just get hit 1 month with like $200 in toll. That changes people's lives, you know?
I guess.
Not you.
I was just like, who gives a fuck? Fuck them.
Really?
I really didn't.
Spoken like some guy who doesn't spend a lot of time on toll roads.
I was just like, wow, I don't give a fuck about those people.
Those people, that's everybody, dude.
I don't know why he didn't give a fuck. Just a flush of like, who gives a fuck? I'm sorry, man. I know you cared about this article, but I was just like,
I did.
I was like, fuck.
Well,
them.
not this article specifically,
but those people.
But I think it's shitty that when, you know, like that company that did all that toll stuff, it's like, you fucked up. You don't get to just be like,
I mean, I don't know. I settled my shit and I was like, fuck it.
Did you?
Yeah, if it doesn't pertain to me, I don't give a fuck.
I guess. I just don't trust it because it's like, even when I was getting charged, I'm like, I want to see pictures. I want to see documentation, because now I feel like you're just like going, we think you owe like this much, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, you don't drive enough.
I do drive enough. I do drive enough on toll roads. I go fucking Monday night, every Monday. Other bar, man. Fucking 408 kills me.
What do you think that costs you?
Round trip? Mm-hmm. At least almost like $5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or 4. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't keep track of that shit.
I don't think we should pay tolls on roads.
Then the roads won't ever get fucking finished, which they don't now. But
that doesn't matter. They got so many other, like, whenever you ask, how come we pay this tax? Oh, it goes towards the roads. Really?
Yeah. House always wins.
Yeah. If this is all. Plus, I think even 528 was set up that they were only going to have tolls on it until they had covered the cost of building that road. It was never meant to, go up further for maintenance and everything else. And no, they built a whole new toll booth. Like, it used to be like from Orlando to Cocoa, you only had like one toll. And then a couple of years ago, they built a whole new toll road. It's like, you didn't make the road longer.
Yeah.
You just threw that in the middle. Well, we had to come up with money to fund some of our builds on this road. Like what? Like building this new toll booth. Well, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. If you're going to charge me, there should be an alternate way for me to get where I'm going. Otherwise, you can't give me a ticket when I'm driving across people's lawns.
Is that what you're doing? You're driving across people's fucking yards?
I'm just saying, like,
is that your build up for your road rage?
The toll road should be an option for people who don't want to take the longer way.
Right.
Well, for that, there should actually be a longer way to get there. If you don't provide me with a longer way, I don't think I should be fined when I take an alternate route.
Okay. Good luck with that shit in court, motherfucker.
I'm going to get the one judge who's like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be 89 years old, and I'll be like, Your Honor, you remember when you first came to this country and you rode out west looking for gold?
You
just hopped on a horse. There wasn't a road. You just took a trail. Hope you didn't see none of them engines. I'm going to find that one guy. The better days.
Oh, what road did you take, buddy? Hamid, what's up, buddy? Oh, how you doing, man?
Wrong Indian.
Oh, wrong Indian. Okay, good night, buddy. Bye.
No, I watch those old Westerns now. I'm like, man, I would have loved to have been back there. No social media, no Wi-Fi. When you got to town and you were wanted, the picture didn't even look like you. You're like, that could be
we would have
anybody.
been murdered back in those days.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
Or would we have been murderers?
No, we don't.
You would have been the shopkeeper, the little tavern guy that had to step on the boxes behind the bar to serve people.
Is that what a bar?
You would have been like, hey, buddy, we don't want no violence in here. You spit into a mug and wiped it out. And then when you had to come around to break up a fight, you were like a foot and a half shorter.
Yeah, but I would have with me like a.
You would have had your sombrero and your bandoleros.
No, I would have had like some like
shotgun behind the bar,
like Johnny Quest.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had like my own little like Indian guy that would have helped me out.
Yeah.
Oh, Sim Salabim, you want some shit, buddy?
Once you pull up a song, you just gotta get your use out of it, don't you?
Oh fuck!
I think I would have been great in the Old West.
No, dude, you'd have got shot.
Nah, I would have done the shooting.
No.
Yep.
No, man.
Yep.
You never even shot a gun now.
So?
You'd have been someone's bitch.
Nah, at all.
Yes, bro.
Nope. I would have been good. There would have been bounty on my head. Would have been great. I would have been robbing banks.
Looky, boys. Look who's in town. Old Dusty Hurley, he's in town. No, stirring up trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mr. Hurley here.
Mm-hmm.
How's it swinging?
I don't like your tone.
Oh, Hurley, you always kidding. What the fuck was that? Toodle-doo.
See, you don't even know the man with no name.
We know your name. You call Dusty Hurley here because your dick is all dusty and wound up. We seen you put that pecker and all kinds of things around town, boy. We don't take kindly to that. Now get on out of here.
Sir, I don't like the words you've been using. I'll see you in the street at noon.
Come on. He's dyslexic, boys. You don't know what time it is anyways.
I know what you're asking yourself. Do you fire 5 shots or 6?
Boy,
Question is, are you feeling lucky, punk? Are you?
Oh, crooked-eyed curly, Boy's eyes cricketed more than a rattlesnake. Ain't nothing to worry about.
Yep, that's why I got one eye looking at you and one eye looking to the right, so
Don't
no one
worry,
can come up behind me.
Don't worry, boys. He's going to trip over his bottom lip when he tries to run up on you. So don't
Whatever,
worry.
dude. Dude, you would be that one annoying Mexican in the gang with the rest of the cowboys that just
Si,
goes out,
senor.
riding into town, shooting off your guns. I like tequila. You would be such a stereotypical Western Mexican wearing the fucking blanket over you.
The blanket.
Yep.
You mean my poncho?
Yeah.
How dare you?
We should do a Western with you.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. And what would I do?
The ugly, the ugly, the ugly.
The ugly. Oh, nice. Mr. Hurley, senor. Oh, look at you, senor, Mr. Tough Guy. Cabron, come get these bullets.
Why do I feel
Dale chingazo away.
your gang would just be you, Donald Duck, and those other two birds from the Mexico ride at Epcot?
Wait.
Los Caballeros!
Dude, it's fucking horrible. We have to edit all this. I'm not gonna edit anything. We have to edit all this.
Oh, man. Yeah, so what do you think I should do for a hobby? I know we gotta get out of here, but what should I do? I need something.
Go start a Game of Thrones trivia since you're into that shit. Did you see the Starbucks cup that was in the scene?
I did.
How funny is that?
That was great. And then someone made a meme
Oh, there's so many memes.
where they did a close-up of the cup, and it was like, at Starbucks, you
Oh, it
already
has
put
all
your
this
name.
writing, yeah.
Daenerys, mother of dragons, blah, 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 and took the whole way. Yeah, it was
They
great.
edited it out already. It's
they?
gone.
Really?
Mm-hmm. If you go watch the episode right now, they took it out. Magic.
They have that kind of power
They have that kind of power.
nowadays.
Yeah. They took it
Wow.
out.
So but fortunately for the internet,
No, it's gonna be in there forever and ever. But
if you go watch on
if you
HBO
go
Go
binge
or
watch it,
anything-
you won't catch it.
right?
Yeah.
It seemed like an easy thing to edit out because all these latest episodes are so fucking dark. It's probably just
I mean, I always love when you see that kind of shit because, like, Sanchez told me, I guess, like, Last of the Mohicans, there's a scene where there's, like, a van parked on top of a hill.
yep.
And then I think,
Someone said in Roots there was like a McDonald's box or a McBLT, which I don't know if that's true or not, but it was funny at the time.
I forgot what movie. There was also, like, a movie where there were airplanes and then, like, an airplane flies overhead.
Yep.
And, like, whoops.
Yep. That was Caveman with the dude from the Beatles, Ringo Starr, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That was Jurassic Park. I think Jurassic Park had one, too.
Really?
And, yeah.
Someone was saying, well, there was a couple theories out there that it was like great, like a advertising campaign by Starbucks. And I'm like, nah, I
They
don't.
didn't expect that shit.
Yeah, I don't think the people who have done 8 seasons of Game of Thrones and have plenty of money in their bank account were gonna do one last. Let's fuck up our whole thing for
Yeah.
Starbucks. You know?
I know there's a scene in Gladiators, and I think they left it in.
Yeah, where you
the-
see a motorcycle or something. Or,
Right, you see the tanks, the air tanks that explodes the carousel, I guess, or whatever.
The chariot.
The chariot.
Yeah.
That explodes the chariot where the horses are carrying the people. It explodes
that
them over.
flips them, yeah.
And you see the gas or the air tanks clearly.
Yeah.
So fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and there's like Downtown Abbey. They left like a plastic bottle in one of the scenes, like right here. Like see, there's a plastic bottle, like because it's supposed to be like back in the day, and there's a bunch of other BS. But
Yeah, I'm sure that will take me down that rabbit hole of the internet, just looking through 40 years of things that shouldn't be in the scene.
shouldn't be in the scene.
Yeah. Oh, well. So I guess that's my goal for the week. I got to try something new this week. I got to try
Find a
something
hobby.
done. Oh, yeah, so I saw latest Walking Dead. What'd you think of it?
Late as Walking Dead.
Latest Walking Dead. Where am I? It's late, dude.
I was like, what the F?
Game of Thrones. What'd you think of the last Game of Thrones?
I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah. What's not to love?
I felt after...
It's such a good setup for everything.
I feel like it was another setup episode because I feel like the next 2 are going to be just pure bloodshed,
Dude, that show is flawless right now.
except for the Starbucks cup.
Except for the Starbucks cup. Which, yeah. And everyone that's bitching, complaining about the episode 3, saying it wasn't a good fight scene, that you couldn't hear people talk, and it was too dark. Shut up.
Yeah, because
Shut up.
sitting from your 4K TV.
That's
world.
right. Go get a 4K TV. You wouldn't have that problem, you bunch of peasants. Look. Look at your face. Seriously, it was a great episode. Everyone's like, it wasn't talking enough. They don't need to talk. They're fighting.
I liked it.
They look at each other and
going.
going, look, shit's about to go down. That's all you needed.
And then I finally got to see Avengers last night.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You loved it, right?
I did. I think you were exactly right when I was talking about bringing the kids to see it, because I
bring
probably
them in like towards the
my
third
kids
act.
would be bored for the first 2 hours.
Yeah, bring them in on the third act.
Yeah, but
that's all that matters.
I'm gonna let them watch the third act with like, okay, this is what's going on, and go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
are we doing spoilers or no?
I mean, we're kind of past.
We're past.
The directors gave it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna do too many spoilers because whatever. I mean, people know, but it's a good movie overall, writing wise. But they left a lot of like loopholes in the story.
Yeah, I could have done without the first hour and a half.
There was just one scene that pissed me off.
Without the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What scene pissed you off?
Where Captain America's like in an AA meeting.
Yeah.
About losing people. I'm like, Captain America, really doing this? Get out of here with this shit, man.
Yeah.
He's talking to a guy about his relationship, how he got stood up, or he's gonna call me back. Like, who cares?
Mm-hmm. No, that Captain America had spent how many years in ice? Most of the people he knew were gone and dead. It wasn't the time for.
Yeah, he like opened up an AA meeting. Get out of my face with that crap.
Yeah.
And then everyone bitched and complained about the girl power scene. I liked it. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I thought it was good. The only problem I had was, who's the antenna chick?
Mantis.
Yeah. You see all them all powered up, ready to charge.
Oh, yeah. She comes in like, what are you going to do, bitch?
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of there.
Exactly.
And she's like, I want to be part of this. Like, bitch.
And then you see them all running. I'm like, I was looking for her. Like, what are you going to do? Put someone to sleep?
So did you catch Howard the Duck?
Where was he?
He was when the Ravers came through.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nah, I missed it.
Howard the Duck comes through. He's very like Kevin will lose his shit when he sees that cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was good, man. I enjoyed it. Towards at the end when it was like, okay, Black Widow, that was the only thing I was kind of like, okay, so Captain, once you bring time travel into anything, it kind of gets screwy because
it gets confusing.
You get all these questions of why didn't you do this then, or why didn't you go back and do this, or why didn't you do that? So, and I understood all the logic and all the reason, and they basically shit on every other time travel movie for being like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But then Captain America goes back to return the stones, and there's the whole don't mess with anything in your timeline. And then he goes back and just doesn't come back because he decides to live his life from back then, which brings up the number one, what happened to the Captain America from his timeline?
I think there's 2 caps.
Okay. And, well, if that's the case, how'd he get the shield?
I don't know,
because
man.
the other Captain America would have gone into the ice and shown up and had the shield. So it wouldn't be old Captain America coming back around because we would still have regular Captain America.
What if he murdered the old Cap?
Then he stands for nothing.
He's like murdered. He's like, nah, I'm going to go get some.
And then also it's like, hey, while you're going back there to fucking fix your life, can we do something about Tony Stark and Black Widow?
Yeah, no, you couldn't bring those back.
I feel like Black Widow should have come back when he returned the Soul Stone.
No, you can't do that.
Why not? Soul for a soul.
Just like Gamora couldn't come back.
Soul for a soul.
No.
So once the stone gets replaced, you should get the soul back.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
A lot of things didn't work like it should have.
Yeah. I mean, the whole movie was based off Mickey Mouse turning on a car. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, see? If it wasn't for the rat.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Oh, well.
Whatever.
It'll give us plenty to talk about until that new Captain America Falcon movie comes out.
Dude, that's not going to be 100. Mm-hmm. No, they're going to have a hard time with that one. Mm-hmm. They better bring a major heavy hitter villain for that. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a hard pill. They should just keep it Avengers. He has to have the team. He is not a standalone.
Yeah.
He cannot carry a Captain America movie solo.
Right.
Which Captain really couldn't, because I mean, my favorite Marvel movie is definitely Civil War. Mm-hmm. Civil War is one of my favorites.
Maybe they'll get into like the West Coast Avengers and stuff like that.
Wow. West Coast? Really? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right.
There's a West Coast Avengers.
No,
team.
I just thought you were saying because he's black and he's like from, just like, oh, he's West Coast.
No, there's the there's the West Coast Avengers. It was a big comic book They had the East Coast Avengers and West Coast Avengers.
What?
How do you not know this, Mr.
That's a
Comic
lie.
Book? How much you want to bet?
Let's look this up. Already went overtime. West Coast Avengers.
Just gonna sit over here being right.
What is this garbage? They're kids. You can't do that.
No, that's not it. That's an updated thing. West Coast Avengers.
Oh my gosh.
Mike Hurley, he's always right.
Man,
that's gonna be a new segment on the show. Mike's right.
Well, that's gonna be a very slight segment.
Yep.
This is garbage.
It's gonna become its own podcast because
Yuck.
it happens all the time.
Wow, the team consists of Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Vision, and Wonder Man. Fucking throw that shit in a dollar bin.
All right, just because you were wrong, take it easy.
Oh, the thing you should. Man, this artwork's horrendous.
Yeah, we're talking 70s, right?
This guy's blowing a load of demons. Look at that. He's blowing his load, and his demons coming out. And fighting the
Sanchez
Avengers.
doodles better than that on a fucking napkin.
Dude, me and Sanchez love looking at art. That like old
That
art and
made the grade back then.
he has shit on it. Like there's an artist called Rob Liefeld. He is the fucking worst.
He was the Deadpool guy, right?
He's a piece of shit.
Is he the one that started? Was it Image or Dark Horse?
I can't.
Either
quote you.
way, most of his characters were just rips of characters he had done for like Marvel, right? Like, didn't he do the Purple Hulk that was named something else?
Yeah, he's a human trash.
Yeah.
Wow, these fucking covers are horrendous.
He's always drawing guys with like really big chests and small heads.
He doesn't know how to draw feet, doesn't know how to draw hands, doesn't know how to draw anatomy. It's fucking horrible. He's a horrible comedian.
But he's rich.
Oh, he's super rich. Can't fix those fucked up
Is he
teeth.
the one that did? No, McFarlane did
Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, McFarlane's did Spawn. McFarlane's dope. I just wish McFarlane would just pull the trigger already and give us a damn Spawn animated series or something. Not animated series, live action. No, I don't want a movie.
With John Leguizamo as the clown again.
Which I love that movie, and if you watch it now, you're like, woof.
Yeah.
At the time, it was amazing.
Yeah, who played Spawn? The martial artist
Michael
White, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and he did. I think his best movie was, what was it? Bones, or he did some martial art movie where I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah, every movie he's in, he's underrated.
Yeah, they didn't use him enough in the Batman films.
He was just a mobster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't get to see him do nothing.
Oh well.
All right.
Whatever.
All right. Well, hey, we filming tonight? We gonna do a sketch?
Nah, man, we're going to the gym, man. Fuck sketches.
Really?
No, we can do both. I don't know. Well, let's see.
All right. Cool. Because otherwise, I loaded all that shit up for nothing.
That's why I said fuck sketches.
Motherfucker.
Now we'll do something. Okay. So, thank you again, as always. This is episode 63 of Obligatory Podcast with Kermit and Mike. As always, you can catch us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Check out our Patreon. Help us out. Don't slit your wrist yet, Mike.
Okay.
And you got anything else to say?
This Saturday, I'll be at the Copper Chimney with Carmen Vallone. So if you're out in Melbourne, hit me up. Get on the guest list.
And next week, we will be at MegaCon Thursday through Sunday. Come check out a show.
That's gonna
if
be
you
fun.
go to MegaCon, you get in free for the comedy show. Right?
We do donations based.
All right. We do donations for the comedy
It's like
show.
a live action Patreon.
It's a live action Patreon. So, yeah, that's what we do. We do donations at the end. But either way, it is a free show. Come out, say hi,
With donations at the end.
take photos. I don't know.
Buy some merch.
Buy some merch,
Laugh. Have fun.
laugh, and all that. All right, we out of here.
Bye.
Talk to you later.